People who are normally very liberal, traditionally very much on Obama's side, have suddenly come out against almost anything the president is doing. And it's really interesting to see that pretty much the fourth estate is not happy with Obama. And this is traditionally what happens in a second term. It's very rare that any president, is buoyed for so long by the media. So Bill Clinton had this, George W. Bush had this. If you look in Politico today, actually, Dylan Byers has a really nice piece looking at how the fourth estate, how the media has been treating Obama. And really, it just hasn't been nice. And it's actually been reflected the same way across the world. There are very, very few journalists, very few newspapers anywhere in the world right now who are 100% full force behind Obama right now.
Well, on Syria, again, if the goal was, in terms of the use of chemical weapons, was to get these weapons out of existence, basically, out of commission, if Obama can get Bashar al-Assad, with the help of Vladimir Putin, to admit he's got the weapons, identify the weapons, tell where they are, round them up, and then destroy them all without firing a shot, what's not to like about that deal, right? What's the bitch?
A couple things. One, a lot of people don't believe that just a diplomatic way will truly get rid of all of these weapons and will truly temper down what's going on in Syria. People say that...
We'll see. We'll see whether it works or not.
Exactly.
Right.
But then there's also other people who are saying politically this makes the United States, it makes President Obama look incredibly weak because it looks as though the Russians had to swoop in and save the day, and that just because of an offhanded comment by John Kerry, although we don't know if it was offhanded or not, that's the only reason why we've even reached this diplomatic solution right now.
And the president was asked about this by George Stephanopoulos over the weekend, and his reflection was kind of like, in Washington, everybody is worried about the process rather than the end result. I thought he had a good point on that, don't you? I mean, and isn't it like the media's at the point where they've just got to be negative? Almost.
It's been very interesting to see how actually the focus has moved away from what's actually happening on the ground in Syria to what's happening in the political world. And that's been a big criticism of the media. Sanjay Gupta over the weekend or a few days ago said this straight out. He said, the media of the world and of the United States especially is paying too much attention to the political process and forgetting about the millions of refugees, hundreds of thousands of dead on the ground in Syria. And I just saw the Washington Post front page actually had a nice article about how, there's still a war going on in Syria on the ground, regardless of what John Kerry and Russian officials are hashing out in Switzerland or wherever they are right now.
Yeah.